Raymond Abbas, commonly known as Hushpuppi, rose to fame as a Nigerian social media influencer and alleged fraudster. He garnered attention for his lavish lifestyle, which he flaunted on platforms like Instagram. Hushpuppi displayed opulent possessions, including high-end cars, designer clothing, luxury watches and private jets, attracting a large following and sparking curiosity among many. Born on October 11, 1982 in Nigeria, Hushpuppi initially gained notoriety for his extravagant lifestyle, often positioning himself as a successful entrepreneur. He portrayed an image of immense wealth and indulgence, frequented luxury destinations, and partied with celebrities and influential figures. However, Hushpuppi's high-profile lifestyle caught the attention of law enforcement agencies. In June 2020, he was apprehended by the Dubai Police in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, in a joint operation with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and other international law enforcement agencies. The arrest occurred as a result of a comprehensive investigation dubbed Fox Hunt 2, which targeted cyber criminals involved in money laundering, cyber fraud, and business email compromise schemes. The charges against Hushpuppi and his alleged co-conspirators were related to a massive fraud operation that targeted individuals and businesses worldwide. They were accused of using sophisticated techniques to defraud victims of millions of dollars. The scheme involved compromising business email accounts, impersonating company employees, and redirecting funds to accounts controlled by the perpetrators. After his arrest, Hushpuppi was extradited to the United States to face trial. In July 2020, he made his first appearance in a U.S. federal court in Chicago. He faced charges including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, and engaging in unlawful monetary transactions. Hushpuppi, whose real name is Raymond Abbas, faced a range of serious criminal accusations related to financial fraud, money laundering, and other illicit activities. The charges against him, as detailed in the criminal complaint and subsequent legal proceedings, alleged his involvement in a global cybercrime network that operated through various schemes to defraud individuals, businesses, and financial institutions. Business Email Compromise, BEC. Schemes. Hushpuppi was accused of being part of a criminal organization that engaged in business email compromise, BEC scams. BC schemes involve infiltrating email accounts of individuals or businesses to deceive victims into making wire transfers or payments to fraudulent accounts. The criminals often impersonate executives or employees of companies and manipulate victims into transferring large sums of money. Hushpuppi allegedly played a role in orchestrating and benefiting from these fraudulent activities. Money laundering. Hushpuppi was also charged with money laundering, which involves disguising the proceeds of criminal activities to make them appear legitimate. In his case, it was alleged that he participated in moving illicit funds acquired through cyber fraud, BC schemes, and other criminal activities across international borders. Money laundering typically involves complex financial transactions and multiple layers of financial transfers to obscure the origin and destination of the illegally obtained funds. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The charges against Hushpuppi included conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Wire fraud refers to using electronic communication or wire transfers to engage in fraudulent activities. In his case, it was alleged that he conspired with others to execute fraudulent schemes targeting individuals and businesses, thereby defrauding them of significant sums of money. Identity theft. Identity theft was another accusation leveled against Hushpuppi. This crime involves unlawfully obtaining and using someone else's personal information, such as social security numbers or financial account details, to commit fraud or other illegal activities. It is alleged that Hushpuppi and his associates engaged in identity theft as part of their fraudulent operations, enabling them to gain access to financial accounts and carry out unauthorized transactions. Hushpuppi was alleged to have worked with a network of individuals who were believed to be his accomplices in various fraudulent activities. These individuals were also charged in connection with the cybercrime network and money laundering operation in which Hushpuppi was implicated. Olalekan Jacob Ponle, Woodbury. Woodbury, also known as Mark Kane, was one of the prominent alleged accomplices of Hushpuppi. He was a Nigerian national who was arrested in the United Arab Emirates along with Hushpuppi in June 2020. Woodbury faced similar charges related to cyber fraud, money laundering, and other illicit activities. He was extradited to the United States alongside Hushpuppi to face trial. Other unnamed co-conspirators, the criminal complaint against Hushpuppi, referred to several other individuals who were alleged to be part of the cybercrime network. While their identities were not disclosed in the complaint, it was stated that they worked closely with Hushpuppi and played significant roles in executing the fraudulent schemes. These co-conspirators were involved in activities such as hacking into email accounts, impersonating company employees, establishing fraudulent websites, and facilitating the movement of illicit funds. The investigation into the alleged network of fraudsters involved cooperation between multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and the Dubai police, among others. The authorities worked together to identify and apprehend those involved in the criminal activities associated with Hushpuppi. The extent of the involvement of other individuals and their specific roles may have been revealed during the course of the legal proceedings following the arrests. The exact number of people scammed by Hushpuppi is difficult to determine, as it would require comprehensive investigations, victim reports, and court proceedings to establish the full extent of his fraudulent activities. Hushpuppi was sentenced by United States District Judge Otis D. Wright II, who also ordered him to pay $1.8 million in restitution to 2 fraud victims. Hushpuppi, Abbas, pleaded guilty in April 2021 to 1 count of conspiracy to engage in money laundering. He was arrested in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, in June 2020 and has remained in federal custody since his expulsion from the UAE. Abbas, Hushpuppi, bragged on social media about his lavish lifestyle, a lifestyle funded by his involvement in transnational fraud and money laundering conspiracies targeting victims around the world, said United States Attorney Martin Estrada. Money laundering and business email compromise scams are a massive international crime problem, and we will continue to work with our law enforcement and international partners to identify and prosecute those involved wherever they may be. Ramon Abbas, aka Hushpuppi, targeted both American and international victims, becoming one of the most prolific money launderers in the world, said Don Alway, the assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. Abbas leveraged his social media platforms, where he amassed a considerable following, to gain notoriety and to brag about the immense wealth he acquired by conducting business email compromise scams, online bank heists, and other cyber-enabled fraud that financially ruined scores of victims and provided assistance to the North Korean regime. This significant sentence is the result of years' worth of collaboration among law enforcement in multiple countries and should send a clear warning to international fraudsters that the FBI will seek justice for victims, regardless of whether criminals operate within or outside United States borders. Please note that the videos we upload here are for educational purposes only. We're trying to educate the general public on types of scam, what to watch out for, and how to protect yourself and your family. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Thank you for your time.